What if I told you that the most common manifestation advice you see online is the exact reason you're still stuck? We've all heard it 1,000 times. Trust the universe. Don't chase, attract. Let go, and what's meant for you will find you. And all of that is true. But it's only half the story. Because there's a critical piece sitting right between asking the universe for what you want and surrendering control. The most overlooked side of manifestation, inspired action. Manifestation isn't just about asking. It's about moving toward what we ask for. And that only became clear when I looked back at one extraordinary chapter of my life. When doors that seemed firmly closed opened again and again and again. For years, I thought that was the miracle. It wasn't. The real lesson came before the doors ever opened. Hey there, it's Maya. Welcome to Begin Again with Maya. Before we go any further, I want to say something that's important to me. I don't claim to have all the answers. What I share here is simply my own perspective, shaped by the teachers who've guided me, the lessons I've learned, and my own experience walking this path. Take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. So with that said, let's come back to inspired action. And that's exactly where I want to anchor our focus today. Right in that delicate, quiet space between asking and surrendering. Because manifestation isn't a passive waiting game. At some point, the mirror turns around. We shift our focus from what we want to receive to what we're actually doing. There's a world of difference between chasing and inspired action. My own journey gave me a simple manifestation mantra. Gratitude, work, surrender. Repeat. I've explored manifestation and gratitude in 2 other videos. I'll link them below if you'd like to watch them. But today, I want to stay with that second word, work. And by work, I mean what we talked about at the beginning. Inspired action. Not hustling, not chasing, not trying to earn our manifestation. Inspired action is what brings our choices into alignment with what we say we want. Think about it this way. We can say we want a different life, while our feet keep walking the exact same path. Ask for a new career, but never take the course. Ask for an opportunity, but never make the call. Ask for change, while our daily choices remain a carbon copy of yesterday. We cannot manifest a new life while staying completely comfortable inside the old one. Sometimes inspired action begins where our comfort zone ends, and perhaps the best way I can explain it is to show you how it happened in my own life. Long before I ever imagined needing to start over, a seed was planted that would lie dormant for almost 2 decades. What was that seed? A small training course, something that might eventually lead to part-time work. Nothing came of it, or so I thought. Years later, with no clear road ahead, that forgotten seed led me back to the books and gave me a direction. Then the pandemic hit. The door slammed shut. But sometimes a closed door isn't a command to stop. It's an invitation to go deeper. Going deeper meant preparing more seriously for the field I wanted to enter. Around that time, I discovered that someone I already knew worked in the same field. Suddenly, there was a guide, a starting point, a crack in the door. But guidance could only take me to the threshold. The crossing was mine. After months of study, I took the professional certification exam and passed. With the certification behind me, I started applying for jobs, but the response was always the same. You need experience. Then grace stepped in with an opportunity to finally get the experience I needed. Just months later, a rare door swung open. A major company was hiring at exactly my level. Hundreds applied, and somehow I was among the few selected. But a prior work commitment made accepting the new role impossible. Then the universe made its move. That commitment was lifted, and suddenly the last obstacle was gone. From there, everything accelerated. More qualifications, more responsibility, more opportunities, and years of career growth compressed into a remarkably short time. Looking back, the pattern finally became clear. Miracles found me ready. The work mattered, and so did surrender. Alignment begins when what we want, who we're becoming, and what we're actually doing start moving in the same direction. Gratitude, work, surrender. Repeat. My manifestation mantra: be grateful for what is. Move toward what could be. Trust what is yet to unfold. And begin again. If this resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one, and I genuinely enjoy hearing from you. And if you'd like to continue exploring these questions together every week, I'd love for you to subscribe. Until then, be gentle with yourself. Remember, it's never too late to begin again.